Happy Championship Sunday. Welcome to the Morning Spike. I'm Brian the Grizzly here with Mark. Guys, we made it. This is probably the best football we're going to get, period. Like, I always feel like the Championship of Sunday is better than Super Bowl as far as football, not the event, but the football that you get. And I'm loving the storylines, and I can't wait to actually watch the games. And I know Mark has not washed his jersey, has not washed his underwear since they've been in the playoffs, because all I know is they keep on winning, and I'm not doubting them anymore. I don't know. When we do our picks, it might be really interesting. It might be really interesting come to see what we think is going to actually happen. How you feeling, man?
Probably the most nervous I've been for a championship weekend probably ever. The first time they've been here since 1991. It's crazy. But I mean, I thought maybe it would be something I would see in the next couple of years. Never in a million years would I thought it'd be year one. Just never.
It's after
so
we
speaking of that, though, I actually do have a question.
Yeah, okay.
Because I saw something and it was actually kind of intriguing. This guy, I can't remember his name. I probably should because he did a lot of research to do this, but he was basically breaking down and trying to figure out where Jaydan ranks all time as a rookie.
Number one.
Actually, it depends on what happens. And it's not just QBs, it was everything. Because he actually, if we lose to the Eagles today, he had Jaydan ranked 8th.
Okay.
Who does he had people? He had Randy Moss, who made it to the NFC Championship game his rookie year and lost.
They should have won.
Curse, who had one of the greatest rookie defensive seasons of all time, made it to the Super Bowl his rookie year.
I went and got his jersey that season.
Yep, I did too. And it's funny because he even says it in the article. After his rookie year, it was never the same again.
I know.
I never had as good of a year. It's crazy. Jim Brown, who's the only rookie to ever win MVP.
In my opinion, the greatest football player to ever play.
And here's a crazy stat for you. He led the league in rushing that year when he won the MVP his rookie year. The number 2 guy who had in rushing yards was closer to 16 than Jim Brown.
Yeah.
At number 1. He's closer to the 16th ranked rusher.
The greatest football player I've ever seen play.
So Jim Brown was ahead of him. And then there was just a couple more. Now he says if we win this game,
like Dan Marino maybe, because he had an unbelievable rookie season.
Yeah, Dan Marino, I believe, was ahead of him. Surprisingly, stat-wise, if it wasn't for the wins, RG3 actually had a better rookie year than Jaydan.
Yeah. No, I mean,
well, he also did this weird thing where he compensated for era too. So like the medium would be like 100, and then depending on how you did in your area, you would go up or down. And apparently for RG3, his completion percentage was higher. He had more rushing yards. Well, technically more rushing yards for the time, I guess. Obviously, Jayden broke his record, but in real life,
he was more dynamic at the time. I mean, RG3 was everything at the time. So,
but his injury, obviously, Now, if we beat the Eagles,
what up, Derpy?
Hey, what up, Derpy? If we beat the Eagles, he said without a doubt, Jaydan will be the number 2 behind Jim Brown. And then if we win the Super Bowl, hands down, we'll be the number 1 rookie of all time.
Derpy says, "Good luck, Mark." Because
thank you, Derpy.
You're gonna need it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm hoping for the Commanders. I just don't know if the NFL allows it. I don't know if it hurts Dan Snyder. That's always a positive for the NFL. All you want to do is hurt Dan Snyder all the time. And Jalen Hurts being hurt, I feel like is a big factor in this whole thing. Because if the Eagles are now one-dimensional, it makes it a lot more difficult. Get Landy in here. Hey guys, what's up? How you feeling? Man, I'm excited. I know Mark is excited, but I don't know. When you really look at the game, Cosby's probably the biggest injury, right? And then after that, it's probably Jalen Hurts. Because if they're one dimensional and you can put 9 men in the box against Saquon, just go single cover, can't drive the ball on his knee, then it makes it really difficult for them to win a game because you're playing a team that's hot right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like that's the equilibrium with that, but without Cosby.
Oh no, that's the only thing I worry about. The offensive line wasn't the best with Cosby. So.
Yeah. And you have two of the best defensive tackles in the game playing right there. Like Jayden Carter is going to be a monster.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah. He already is a monster. He look at him like, what the hell is you shouldn't even be this big and be that fast. It's about to throw down some bets once you get your opinion. You want all of them at once or one at a time? Let's get one at a time real quick. We'll hit them one after another. I feel that Jalen Hurts is not the threat. We can't stop Barkley. We just can't stop Barkley. But the problem is Jalen Hurts, if Jalen Hurts, the reason why the lanes open up for Barkley is because you have to worry about Jalen Hurts bootlegging, and then him dropping back into play action. So if you don't have to worry about those things, then you only got to focus on Barkley. Then they become one dimensional and they can't score. Now that he's going to still run for yards, but not being able to score is a big problem. I think,
or if they have to kick field goals, can you trust Jake Elliott at this point?
You worry about Jake Elliott.
Dude, what did he come short on? Like a 58-yard field goal, and it didn't even like barely clear the end zone.
You're like, oh, that would have been good for 50, maybe.
Right.
Not having pains going to hurt. It definitely will.
That is going to hurt, especially with having to stop.
Hey, if you have to stop Barkley and the tush push, that would have stopped a lot. All right, so we got Shakir over 5.5 receptions overall. For them to beat the Chiefs, I think Shakir have to have. See, I went back to the previous game. I think Shakir has to have a big game overall. So I will go over on the 5.5 receptions for Shakir.
I'll definitely go over on the other one.
Daniels over 223 passing yards. That's where you go over on that. I will go under.
You go under?
And because he could get 210, 215 passing yards. And the thing that's going to really help him, especially without Cosby, is if he has rushing yards outside the pocket. So if Jaydan just goes all out, go Jaydan Daniels all out. If it was combined yards, I'm at a point where I'm at combined yards over 300 for Jaydan Daniels.
The way he's going to get like 90 to 100 rushing yards in this game.
For them to win, I think that Jaydan Daniels will have to have that much. Because
the other thing I was kind of tired of hearing all week too was like, I get it. The Eagles defense is going to be a lot harder than obviously the Lions defense was.
Because they all fell apart.
Like I can't imagine all week. All I saw on social medias and stuff was like, oh, going from the Lions, the Eagles defense is like going from JV to varsity.
Only because the Lions defense was
but this is the same defense that the last time we played in week 16, 17, we put up 30 plus points, almost 400 yards of total offense, and that was mainly Jayden Daniels because we couldn't run the ball to save our lives in that game. Outside of Jayden Daniels, so
I think not having your offensive line is going to really hurt you, though.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That's going to hurt.
I said in the opening before we came on that to me that was the biggest loss that we had. Like Daron Payne's big too, but I feel like we had some guys under Daron Payne that obviously aren't Daron Payne. But I mean, Newton, Mathis. Like we have decent, okay guys. Like
you
Cosby,
have no one that's
no idea who's even playing in his stead. No idea. Like, it's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Saquon over 25.5 longest rush. Is it?
Ugh. I feel like I could literally go either way.
I feel like he's like a hammer, right? He's going to keep on hammering against that defense. Will he break one? I'm going to say yes, he breaks one. And yeah, I'll probably go over on the 25.5. That's crazy. I didn't think I would, but I'm probably going
Josh to get a rushing or receiving tutty.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we gave up a like 80-yard touchdown to the Lions, so.
But Josh rushing touchdown, 100%. Receiving, nah, I don't know about receiving.
Well, it's either and, so 281 passing and rushing.
That's where I'm at, like right now.
No, he would say yes.
Yeah, I would say over. I will be over there.
I think Kelsey gets a tutty.
I think that they're going to look for him. It's
pretty sure
it's not just it's not just Kelsey trying to get the touchdown. It's also getting the crowd involved. And to get the crowd involved, you want Taylor Swift to be involved, right? So like going to Kelsey helps you in multiple ways. That's where I'm going. Yeah, definitely with getting the touchdown. Got Worthy for 5 receptions. I'm actually going to say
under.
Yeah, under. Without Hollywood Brown in the previous game, he still only had 4 receptions, and they're trying to force away from him to get the ball. I think they spread the ball out a little bit more. I think D-Hop might be a little bit more important. I think Kelsey's going to be a little bit more important. You know, they're going to try to stretch the field with Hollywood Brown. I'm going to go Xavier Worthy with under 5 receptions.
I also think they'll have more of an emphasis on running the ball in this game.
They need to. They really control the clock. Keep them off the field. Control.
Not only that, Buffalo struggles at stopping the run.
100%. They literally should have lost to the Ravens. The Ravens were if the Ravens were smart, they would have lost that game. But I mean, I don't know. I think he might actually have a curse on him or something. Lamar just might not be able to do it. I don't know, man.
That's a tough one.
Oh,
I feel like it should be over, but I don't know.
The
Eagles defense is
that's a really good number.
Good.
That's a really good number, 40.5. So De'Ami has been killing the last couple of weeks, right?
Well, De'Ami Brown had a big game in the last 2 weeks. Not like for him, big. Obviously not in the scheme of things, big. But I believe he's had close to 80 yards in the last 2 weeks each.
He's become like the number 2 guy.
Well, he was kind of the number 2 guy, and then he got hurt.
But now he's back to being.
He's back, yeah.
And you know, Ertz is still.
Carius has stepped back down.
Ertz is still a little bit hurt. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go over on this on the 40.5. Yeah,
Worthy 3.5 rushing yards. See, that's a tough one because I feel like if they try to get Worthy the ball, that might be the way they go, like an end around.
Oh, they're going to try it. They're going to try it.
That's what I'm saying. But does he get
over?
Does he get yards? Do you go over? I mean, 3.5 seems like not the hardest thing to get.
I'm gonna go 6. I want almost double.
Zane Gonzalez for 2.5
extra
XPs
made. No, they don't just have to score 3 touchdowns. He has to hit the extra point. That's what scares me. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go over.
Let's say again, we did score 4+ touchdowns last time. So
yeah, I mean, yeah,
and this is the 3rd time, so they kind of have an idea. So if they don't switch things up,
yeah. But see, you saying last time, but yeah, remember Jalen Hurts only threw 4 passes in that game. You know,
but how's that affect my offense on their defense?
Because how's that their offense? Their offense could affect your offense. Them,
yeah, still scored at will against us without Hurts. So again, I don't see your argument.
No, I think that it's going to be more difficult. I mean, you guys really scored most of your points in the fourth quarter. I don't think you'll be able to do the same thing.
We made Kenny Pickett look like an all-pro. Okay, pretty sure he had like 2 touchdowns to AJ Brown.
Yeah, no, he had 1 touchdown. He had 1 interception, and it was in the fourth quarter. So I mean, and those interception, the fumble really did hurt. So
if anything, we could turn the ball over. We can get turnovers. Maybe we can get them on Hurts too. Never know. Never know.
The only way you're gonna hurt is hurt. You had to be actually be hurt.
Hurt is hurt.
I mean, hurt in the play, like, you know.
Goddard over 41.5 rushing yards or receiving yards. He's hurt too, though. He's nursing an ankle injury.
Exactly. That's why I'm under him.
Oh, you said under. Okay. This is multiple legs, by the way. My bad. No, okay.
No, I'm definitely under on the guy.
Multiple parlays. I thought we just had one big parlay. I was like, let's go.
You hit this. Exactly. I was thinking. You hit this, man.
I know. I was like, man, you get all these? That's crazy. I can only imagine what like $10 would get you.
I was like, you put $100 on and you hit all of them.
100, you're looking at like tens of thousands, probably.
All of a sudden, $40,000.
Right?
I mean, even so, let's go back over that one more time. So the Shakir definitely over 5.5 because he's been averaging 7.5. So I'm over there.
This you said under.
I'm under there. Okay.
This you said over.
Yep.
This you said yes.
Yes.
This we said yes. This we said under.
Under, yeah.
This he said over?
Over, yeah.
It's not a bad play. Like I said, he's gotten like almost 90 yards a game. This you actually said over.
Yeah, well, I'm very hesitant on. He's the one I'll be like, I don't like that one.
Goddard over 41.5 receiving yards. So you said under. Sorry.
Under. I'm under this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
I'm looking for 8 guaranteed picks. I gotta get some monies.
I don't like that the Zane Gonzalez one. That's the one that worries me. And it's only because you know what, he's been showing chinks in his armor. Going like they literally could have lost in the first round.
Okay, again, this is our 6th kicker of the year.
No, I mean I'm not. It's not like
it's not like we're with our number 1 kicker. Like this was our guy, ride or die. Like
no, but he's not a great kicker, and I was like, I'm not laying my money out on him. I just don't.
I mean, our first kicker was McManus, but then he decided to go try and touch up a stewardess. So we were like, bye. And then we brought in Cody Parkey for some unknown reason.
Oh my god!
And then we were like, you could go.
You wanted to be us. That's what it was.
Yeah,
you want to get the double dunk and go out instead of duck it in.
And then we actually had a decent kicker in Seifert or whatever his name was.
Seifert,
and he was actually doing pretty good. And then he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then we brought somebody else in, and he got hurt. And then we brought Zane Gonzalez in, and then he got hurt. But then he came back.
What do you think about this? Daniels over 21.5 completions. I think it has to be over.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could probably see it being over.
Because I'm not sure you're gonna be able to run the ball.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. Well, I mean, if Daniels is running the ball. But...
Yeah, I mean, besides him. Like I really see like Jaydan like 215 passing and like 85 rushing, which gives you over 300 yards. And if he does that, yeah, I'm gonna go 25, 24 completions. So yeah, I'll be over the 21.5. I actually like that one. I might actually bet that one. I might do that one. Over 1.5 touchdowns because he has 5 touchdowns.
The last time we played the Eagles, Jayden Daniels had 258 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions.
And also, 80 yards rushing? 75, 80 yards rushing?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's going to get it open into the open field. He is going to try to run, and he's going to give it all. But or over 1.5. touchdowns. Dude, he's going to have a lot of touchdowns. I think all touchdowns going to come from him. I think this.
Let's see how many completions though, because that's the only thing.
Oh
yeah, he was 30. He was 24 of 39.
And you're going to have to throw the ball against them. That's just a fact. So I like both the completions and the touchdowns. And I believe Okay, let's get to the point. What do you think score for this game?
It's crazy. The most completions he's ever had in a game is 26.
Because they limit it.
And in that game, he was 26 of 30.
Which is better? The touchdowns is better. Because they do limit him throwing the ball a lot.
He's only thrown for 300 yards once.
And that's why I don't think he goes over on the yardage.
Do you know what game that was?
Was it against us because of the...
Here's a hit. He got 80 of them on that last drive.
On the Hail Mary. Stupid ass.
Well, there was like the 30-yard play to Terry McLaurin before it. So,
hey, we said Matt Eberflus said that doesn't matter, and you'll be good because now Matt Eberflus is now the Cowboys defensive coordinator.
I know, I saw that. I was like, dude, Cowboys fans are not happy about Brian Schottenheimer. Let me tell you what.
Are you? I mean, I wouldn't be this.
I'm not shocked either.
I'm not shocked either.
But I was just like,
you didn't even wait to see Kellen Moore will be interested in the job,
right?
The last time we played against the Eagles, did we have Austin Eckler?
No,
I think he was hurt still because I believe
still doing a concussion.
Yeah, Rodriguez was playing a little bit too much, so I think he's definitely hurt still.
Yeah, we had him, Nichols, and I don't even know if Robinson was 100% in that game either. I think he's just come back from injury too.
Yeah, I think he only had like 10 or 11 carries or something like that. It wasn't like a lot of carries for B-Rob. So damn, now I can't run Zayden Gonzalez. Should I run Butker or Elliott for 2 field goals made? I'll feel a lot more comfortable with Butker.
Yeah, I feel a little more comfortable with Buckner too.
Matter of fact, I think the first drive will end in the field goal for Butker. And all he needs one more by the end of the game. So yeah, I feel like that's a much better one.
Yeah, I agree. Elliott is just, if it's a deep one, I'd be scared to death.
Yeah, his leg is not powerful enough. That's just what it is.
And his accuracy, it's like one of his, I think it's like his worst years statistically.
It is. It's by far his worst year. And like he always misses over 50 yards. It's crazy. Let's see. Even the game you guys played before, he was 4 or 5. So what do you think the final score would be for your game?
Let's go 31-28.
Who wins? No, you can leave that.
Why are you asking me who wins? I think you know who I'm picking.
I don't know. You can pick with your head or your heart. You never know.
And it's not a field goal. It's a touchdown at the end that wins it.
Okay.
We're down 28-24, and Jayden Daniels drives us down for the game-winning tutty.
Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. I'm going to go in a lower scoring game. I'm going to go.
It seemed high to me too, but then I thought about the score of the Rams Eagles game in snow, and it was 28-25. So
I think that the pressure of the moment might be the big thing.
I don't know if it gets to Daniels though. He seems
it'll be there when Cosmi's not there.
That pressure probably.
That's what I mean. And with that being said, I think that the Eagles win, but it's like I'm gonna go 24-23.
It's okay. You picked them to lose almost every week, so that's fine. You pick the Eagles.
Yeah, I mean, with my heart, I hope the Commanders win. I really do. But at the end of the day, I feel like a really close game. I have a hard time believing that a rookie could get that far. You know, even though everything I've seen says they're the team of destiny.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't trust Sirianni. I hate him.
But here's the thing too. There's been other rookies who've gotten this, like Ben Roethlisberger, but even in the thing, he said like the way Jayden Daniels plays, like he said the reason Ben Roethlisberger got as far as he did is because of elite defense and running game.
You're right.
He's like Jayden Daniels doesn't have either of those.
Clearly, they're there because of him.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So he's like, I don't know if I would, say he couldn't handle it.
No, but honestly, that Cosby thing really scares me because Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl when he lost his guard and his 2 tackles looked like boo boo, and he's Patrick Mahomes, so like that worries me. An elite defensive tackle and missing a guard, it's like, ugh. So, which team will fail their head coach more, the Jets or the Jacksonville Jaguars?
Well, it's funny you asked that because neither of those teams have a GM. So that's very interesting.
Didn't the Jets hire somebody?
I think they said that there's a favorite and that they're working on the contract.
Mogi from the Broncos.
Maybe.
Yeah, Mogi. A long time.
But both of them hired a head coach though before a GM, which is weird to me.
Yeah, Mogi is actually only 39 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So he's been hired with Aaron Glenn.
Are we surprised Cowboys being Cowboys? No.
I like the Cowboys' talent, man, and I just feel like Jerry Jones just gets in the way at this point.
Oh, he does. He needs to, look at what happened to Dan Snyder about what being in the way does.
Well, you could say that, but then Jerry Jones, even though the Cowboys have not won a playoff game this decade or this century, they're still like the number 1 selling jersey team in the entire world, right? So it's like, he knows
that's because they're America's team,
and he knew how to market that. So like he's still done a lot of good things. So he's not Dan Snyder.
So you think about AJ Brown, 67.5 and 4.5 receptions.
I actually saw that, and my worry about AJ Brown was I didn't want to answer because AJ Brown, with not knowing what Jalen Hurts is, I'm staying with anything with AJ Brown. If I don't know who Jalen Hurts is, I cannot say anything about AJ Brown. And that's just football acumen, right? That's just, you see what happens when he's not healthy, and that's worrisome. All right, so you have a give me pick. Do I take Dayami, Brown, or Kincaid for 10 or for 0? I don't know, for 0.
I have a Gibby pick. Do I take Dayami or Kincaid for 0? Is that receptions, yards, tutties? 0 yards.
Oh, wow.
Well, I think it doesn't matter which one you pick then, probably.
But the question is, is Kincaid a better pick than Dayami Brown?
I think they'll each get at least some yardage.
Dayami has been getting the ball a lot. The last couple of weeks, let me see what Kincaid's been getting. Because ever since he's been hurt, it's been kind of like up and down. Where is it? So Kincaid against the Ravens was,
so basically says 32.5 is Kincaid's line and Dayami's is 40.5. So who's more likely to not hit their line?
Kincaid. I mean, last week he had 1 catch for 11 yards.
There you go, Kincaid.
Shakir was 6 catches. James Cook had 3 catches, and no one else was. Curtis Samuel had 2, and no one else had more than one catch.
Well, to be fair, you only had like 129 passing yards, I think.
I know. That's very true. 127 passing yards.
Yeah,
but that can happen, right? If Chris Jones has a dominant performance, I don't know. I would go with Dayami over 40.5. Kincaid seems like he's gonna get 2 or 3 receptions for 30 yards. Would you be upset if he gets 3 receptions for 30 yards and misses his line?
Right.
And we've seen in the last couple of weeks that that's not where he's always been looking, mostly because Kincaid's been hurt.
Yeah. It's hard to get on the same page when you're not playing with each other.
Mm-hmm. Even when I go back 2 weeks, Kincaid only had 3 receptions. Oh, he had 47 yards. So, and that's when they scored 31 points against the Broncos.
So the final line. All right, let's hear it. So while he's doing that, let me ask you a question real quick.
Okay.
If the Chiefs or if the Washington and Kansas City make it to the Super Bowl, does Trump have to be there?
Oh, my God.
Well, it's commander in chief.
I believe half the team wouldn't show up though.
I mean, you're probably not wrong. I saw something so stupid where they're like, I cracked the script, and they were like, it showed Trump, and then it showed the 4 teams, and it goes commander in chief signs bills in land of eagle. That's so stupid, but yet it's still funny.
It's too funny.
Commander in chief signing bills.
I don't care. Like if I wouldn't even care if who wins. If the Super Bowl, if it's the Commanders and Chiefs, I don't even care. I'll be at that point because I feel like the Commanders are playing over their skis so much that there's no pressure. Oh yeah, Super Bowl, but who the hell thinks we're gonna win?
Well, that's the other thing too. I feel like pressure-wise, there's probably more on Philly. Because I saw something interesting. They said outside of a Super Bowl win, if the Eagles don't win the Super Bowl, is this a failed season at this point?
Yeah, especially if you lose someone in.
That's what I'm saying. Whereas the Commanders are like, we weren't even supposed to win 6 games, and yet here we are in the NFC Championship game.
Hey, I said 11, and everyone laughed at me.
Could be also how Josh Allen can win too, because he's like, we weren't supposed to do anything this year.
That's true.
Look at us. But
so
I don't know. I feel like Mahomes can take pressure though, so it'll still be a hard game either way. But
yeah, and he's used to it.
That's what I'm saying. And he's been there like 7 straight AFC Championship game. He's won 5 of them.
Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know what your line is. What I have for the Commanders and Eagles is Philly -6. The total is 47.5. Philly's -6. I'm going Commanders. Total 47.5. Just by my picks in itself. I'm
gonna have to go over just by my pick too. So.
By my picks, I'm 24-23. I guess I go under then. I'm at 47. I'm literally at 47.
Mm-hmm.
It's very.
Me, on the other hand, I'm at 59. So I gotta go over.
All right, and then the Bills.
It depends on Washington's defense holding up Nick Sirianni's making a bad call.
Exactly. You're almost hoping that Nick Sirianni just has to be Sirianni and screw people over.
Is he calling plays though, or is Kellen Moore calling plays?
Kellen Moore's calling offensive plays, but Sirianni is the one. He's the head coach. He can always override and doing something stupid. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna run here. Hey, we're gonna run Jalen Hurts up the middle. Why? He has a bad knee. It's just stuff like that. And then the Bills Eagles. So it's Kansas City is -2.
Well, you predicting Super Bowls already? Bills Eagles.
I'm going the Chiefs. Bills Chiefs. Bills at Chiefs. Kansas City's -2.
I was like, whoa, where are you seeing Bills Eagles money line here?
I accidentally saw the script.
I know. I was like, what are you looking at?
Bills at Chiefs -2. Kansas City. I'm going to go Kansas City. I think they win by more than 2. And which is it's not hard to say someone wins by 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go Kansas City over with that. I'm never going against Patrick Mahomes. I just don't believe in it. I don't believe going against Patrick Mahomes, no matter what.
Yeah, I have Chiefs too. I've been doing this one pick 'em, and at the beginning we had to pick who was winning the Super Bowl, and I was like, well, it worked for me last year, so I'll go with the Chiefs. And so far, it's been working this year. But if the Commanders and Chiefs do play, I was like, I don't even know if I can go with my pick of the Chiefs. I still have to ride with the Commanders.
Yep. And the over/under is 48.5.
48.5 for Chiefs and Bills.
Mm-hmm.
I almost go under. I think the Chiefs defense will stop the Bills offense from scoring too much, and that Chiefs offense just doesn't put up points.
Man, that makes sense.
I think it's going to be under. All right, here we go. Final stat line. Khalil.
Over on Khalil.
Over for 5.5 or 7. Sorry, I thought it was 5.5. My brain couldn't comprehend, but now I got it. Over 40.5 for Dayami. Barkley, 25.5 or longer for his rush. Josh rushing TD. Daniels 2 passing TDs. Butker 2.5 field goals made. Mahomes. Oh, he did the Mahomes free bet, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm taking this instead just in case Kinsey don't get a reception and it bleeds.
Yep, that's a good one.
Kelsey TD, $5 for $643. Nice.
Dude, that's awesome. I like it. I like it a lot. I think that's a good parlay.
Look at that. You did the $100 though. You're looking at 12,000.
Don't do that.
No, I'm just kidding.
I like, see, you know what? It's funny because I do a parlay and then I'll take smaller ones. I do smaller ones. I do 3 to 4 parlays and then say, because I don't want to miss one of them. So I'll bet against it. Just try to figure out, where my under might be. So, but I like it. 5 for 643.
Not bad.
I'm taking a picture of it because I want to know if you win. I want to know what it is. No, I agree. 10 for 1,200 ain't looking bad at all.
Right?
You walk around.
You're not wrong,
man. Oh man!
Fly Eagles fly from Philly, baby.
We got Alec in here. Oh, oh, we did our picks, man. We said, well, of course, Marcus on the Commanders. I have the Eagles by 1, and I think we're both picking the Chiefs, and not even because my mind tells me, the Bills should win, but I look at it and I say, no, I'm never going to.
This hits. I owe you all big time.
Hey, I hope it does hit. And
yeah, me too.
You get it. You deserve it. I really hope so because you came up with some really good bets, and I like the props.
It's crazy too. Speaking of betting, like for the longest time, like on most of I only really follow three teams that I really like, which is the Capitals, Orioles, and the Commanders. And for the longest time, because we lived right next to Vegas and we'd go to Vegas, while I was there, I'd always drop a $20 bet on one of my teams to just randomly win the championship.
Mm-hmm.
First time I didn't do that was 2018, and the Capitals won the freaking Stanley Cup.
Yep.
Second time I didn't do it was this year.
Ooh, okay.
And my family has been like, why didn't you put your $20 bet on the Commanders?
You'll be buying a new house. At this point, you would have got
probably should have, especially when they were 250 to 1.
I would thought it would have been higher than that. Honestly,
I think the lowest was, but that still was like they were the bottom 3 or 4, I think. I mean, they weren't like. I mean, the Broncos were probably down there too. So
yeah.
But I mean, you got like the Patriots. I think were like 500 to 1. The Giants were worse than that, I think.
Yeah, but the Giants, there's no way the Giants would be good. Come on.
So the Raiders are probably down there. Jacksonville, possibly. I don't know.
Jacksonville's probably higher. Alex says, well, it's okay. Mark is wrong, but it's okay. Eagles by 100.
Well, I definitely don't think that's happening. I'll bet you that. If you want to take the Eagles by 100, take that bet.
Eagles by 3. Actually, we're going with Eagles by 3. Yeah. So I still owe y'all for helping me the entire fantasy season when I was on my Prime GTS account. Yeah. No, it's not a problem. I just want you to hit this. This would be really good to be able to hit. You have bragging rights and you have money for the Super Bowl, so you can really enjoy it, and you can enjoy the games even more. It enhances the enjoyment of the game.
Yeah. So let's go back to this Bills and Chiefs. What are some of the storylines on this one? Since we really haven't talked about that game.
Well, I mean, it's obvious that you see that the NFL is looking at possibly being able to check back or challenge the slides. Are you surprised by that?
No.
Because Patrick Mahomes is unbelievable.
So I don't know if you saw this, but I can't remember the name, but I don't know if you know who's reffing the Chiefs-Bills game.
Let's see.
All time, the Chiefs are 4-5, and the Bills are 8-2 when this guy refs their games.
Really?
Is that kind of like the NFL's way of saying, "Hey, we're not going to let you blame the refs on the Chiefs getting to the Super Bowl"?
So Blakeman?
Yep. Yeah, okay. The Chiefs are like 4-5 all time, and the Bills are 8-2. It's so crazy because I feel like if this game was in Buffalo, I would be like, it's the Bills, 100%. They play so much better at home.
I feel that way too.
The fact that it's in Kansas City, I'm like, I can't go against the Chiefs. I just cannot do it.
Wow, that's really big news. Big news. It doesn't look like Cam Jurgens is going to play. Does that matter? Hell yeah, that matters. That means no tush push. That means right in front of Jalen Hurts. All those blocking
schemes. The center?
Yes. Cam Jurgens is that's a huge thing.
I thought they said he was gonna, because I saw something about him and Goddard were like full participants in practice the other day, and that they were lining up
back, returned to practice on Friday. So the Goddard.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, but it's today. Stacey Dale said there's real.
Remains an issue. 46 minutes ago, Cam Jurgens' back remains an issue. Is planning to test it before warm-ups, but the team is making preparations for Landon Dickerson to move to center and Tyler Steen at left guard.
Good man.
Yeah.
If he doesn't play,
56 minutes today. This is a real concern. Eagle center Cam Jurgens, questionable back, will not play today.
Even Schefter. Eagles wanted to see how center Cam Jurgens fares with his back injury and pregame warm-ups before deciding whether he can play or not in the NFC Championship game. As of right now, everyone's saying he will not play today. Is not true yet. So let's see. Does that affect the Saquon getting over 25.5, or should I care less? No, I think they still, because Saquon's
he'll break one off to the side. So.
Yeah, it'll be through one of the tackles.
The tackle, yeah. He doesn't really. I mean, he does go up the middle, but not.
No, I mean much. Lane Johnson's where you're gonna look for that.
The right side for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna look through Lane Johnson. So this might affect the game, but I don't think it affects Saquon running up the middle. It'll also affect the.
Well, yeah, if you're, I mean, even with did Jurgens play last week?
Yeah.
So even with Jurgens there, obviously the Rams defense is, especially on the line, is probably better than the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
But they sacked Hurts how many times?
Yeah, but
to the point where like every time he got hit, I was like, I don't know if this man's getting back up this time.
And it was crazy with a great running game to be able to do that. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where you have dynamic young people. They're quick off the edge.
You say that, but Barkley is the reason they won that game with that 80-yard tutty. So
yeah, even with them not being able to block anyone.
So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. And then now you don't have one of your better offensive linemen with your quarterback that's probably not going to be too mobile.
All I'm going to say is that balances back out because my Cosme worry was very high. No Cam Jurgens, that balances this right back out. And now's a pick 'em for me.
All right, Anthony, let's see your crazy 5-leg parlay.
So on a completely different note, who y'all think is going first in the draft?
Supposedly predictions are the rusher from Penn State.
You don't think someone's going to jump up and draft a quarterback?
Let's see.
Because apparently Tennessee loves Shador. They had a great time, and it's too early for us to really figure out what's going to go, what's going to happen, because you haven't had a combine, you haven't had visits, you haven't seen anything. They haven't thrown.
Oh, the combine's not going to tell us anything. Shador's not throwing.
I thought he said he might throw still.
I heard the chances of him throwing are pretty slim.
So I don't know.
That's what I heard. I don't know. Could be wrong.
No,
Maybe it changes it.
I think. But Shador might not even be number one. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard the Browns aren't. From what I'm hearing, the Browns are going after Hunter.
Makes sense. But could you go lower and grab it?
Shador falls all the way to the Raiders behind Russ. That's where Russ is going.
Yeah, I think Russ is going there.
I think Russ is going to the Raiders too.
100%.
They mended their fences. Apparently, they're BFS again. So
I can't see the Tennessee Titans not take a quarterback.
I thought the same thing too, but unless they're like, we can't pass on this edge rusher and we'll still be bad this year and then get our quarterback next year. I don't know. Or are they one of the people who brings in Cousins? Because I 100% think Cousins will be available and he's going to go somewhere.
I don't think Tennessee's good enough for that right now.
I think he goes to Stefanski in Cleveland, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah. I still
Abdul Carter. That's his name, I think. No, is it Abdul Carter? Is he the guy from Penn State?
I still think everything tells me Cam Ward is going to end up there.
All right, Anthony's got Jalen Hurts 2 TDs, Jayden Daniels 2 TDs, Jayden Daniels over 281.5 passing and rush. Oh, thank God you added the rushing because I was about to be like, whoa.
Eckler 40
yards rushing. I don't know why I added it. Jayden Daniels over 221.5 passing, 25 equals 970.
I don't like Jalen Hurts the 2 touchdowns I worry about now, especially if Jurgens is not playing. That's a big problem. Then they're gonna have to really lean on Saquon a lot. And that Austin Eckler 40 yards. Ugh.
If I add Washington money line, it jumps to 1,600. Oh, that's why they call it gambling, good sir. They entice you to put that $25 up. Ole Miss QB is a sleeper pick.
I think Cam Ward is. I think Cam Ward is going to end up being the number one quarterback.
I wouldn't have went Eckler for receive. I would have went Eckler for receiving. He don't rush very often,
and he doesn't.
He doesn't. But the last couple games, he's made his rushes count though. Like
you like
Brian Robinson. Although I guess Brian Robinson didn't have too bad of a game against the Lions either, but at least against the Bucks, Robinson couldn't get past the line of scrimmage, where Eckler was getting like 8 to 10 yards almost every time he touched the ball. So,
all right, you would like that one?
Oh, I'm not saying I like it against the Eagles defense, but
so I look at that.
I mean, receiving seems a lot more guaranteed to me too. So, but that might be a higher mark. So, you never know. I guess I'm too scared to bet under.
You have to also think that that the cold weather is going to be a factor on this too.
Yeah. Oh, what is the weather like? Because it was pretty bad last week.
That's what I was trying to look at right now. Eckler only had 8 rushing yards for 27. 8 rushes for 27 yards against Tampa Bay.
Oh, okay. Maybe he didn't do very good. Maybe those were passes. I don't know.
They are always passes with him. Yeah. He had 8 rushes yards. So.
But look up the Lions game though. I believe both running backs didn't do too bad.
40 degrees.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's great football weather.
There you go. So weather shouldn't be too much of a factor.
Not at all, huh? That's crazy.
I like it. I just gotta figure out where I'm going to watch this game.
And then
if we win, I got to plan.
Have 47 yards against the Lions.
One epic Super Bowl party.
Oh, you just got to be somewhere that you could be drunk. If you win, you're not even going to remember the Buffalo Kansas City game. Like, carry me home, guys. Carry me home. All right. Well, I'm about to get ready because I want to go figure out where I'm going to be sitting to watch both these games. I know Mark has to get out of here. I think I just want to leave you guys with this. Washington Commanders have had every reason to give up every step of the way. And I think they're not afraid of the Eagles. And with all these injuries, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if the Eagles lose and Washington wins. Even though I'm picking the Eagles because of I look at with it, and I think they win by 1. They figure out a way to win. Don't be surprised if Washington wins.
I like it. I'll still be surprised, but I like it.
So before you go, what's both y'all predictions for Tennessee? I'm a Cam Ward, man. I think Cam Ward's going to be the guy. I really think so.
He seems to think so, too. I don't know if you saw him and Shador having like a Twitter war or whatever.
And Shador's like, I'm the best quarterback in. I'm like, nah, bro. Oh, he said for tonight, for tonight's games. Who's going to win? Yeah, I'm saying Eagles, and I'm going Chiefs still because I'm never going against Patrick Mahomes. Never going against Patrick Mahomes. That's just.
And I'm going Commanders and Chiefs.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You did exactly what I was going to do.
Oh. Why do you think Saints waiting for a head coach?
I think they're waiting for Joe Brady, and Joe Brady decided that he's not going to he took his name out of the running. I think Joe Brady was going to be the one they wanted, and he said, no, I'm good.
Hey, what up, Saber? Hey, I felt really bad about eliminating your Lions. I'm not going to lie, because I really did like the Lions.
Well, I mean, I feel like death came in and it was taking them. The guy who causes all the injuries is what beat the Lions, really.
Right? Yeah, they came to collect. Man, those press conferences were hard too. Like I almost made me want to cry away. Dan Campbell was tearing up. Jared Goff looked like he was about to break down.
Well, Jared Goff was the one reason they lost. But thank you for your head coach.
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate it.
He said, like tonight, who's gonna win?
Bear Super Bowl run next year?
No, I'll do it early.
No, not Super Bowl. Bears playoff run next year? Possibly. I'm at playoff run if we could at least get an offensive line together. We could be the best team in the league, and I still won't think we'll win the Super Bowl. So that's just how it goes.
That's how I feel now. We can beat the Eagles and make the Super Bowl. I'll be like, no, this is not real. This isn't happening. We're not that good. Life. Get out of here.
That's not real life.
Yeah, no, this is stupid.
Well, we're gonna still say go Commanders. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love the Bills to beat the Chiefs. I just don't see it happening. Yeah, I love the Commanders to beat the Eagles. I just don't see it happening.
That's true. There are 2 possible Super Bowl rematches that can happen. Bills, Washington.
Oh my goodness.
From 1991. How crazy would that be? I've been to the Super Bowl since 1991. Who are you playing? The Bills.
And what if the Bills lose again? The greatest loser of all time.
Right.
All right, we got to get out of here. Hope Rome throws
obviously Eagles and Chiefs.
Because it will be Rome throwing the ball. Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Thank y'all so much. I'll keep you updated on the parlay pool. Please let us know. Hit us up in the Discord. I want to know. Yeah, Anzo comes in the last second, said Casey for the three-peat. You're probably right, man. You're probably right. All right, guys. We will catch you later. We're gonna go get ready for our game, and we'll see you guys soon. See you on Tuesday for the Panda Grizzly Show and Wednesday for Dynasty Pylon. And I will be back here on Sunday, this time with a Mark lookalike Tank.
Oh, and then Wednesday.
And then Wednesday it'll be me and Zion. So me and Alec will be doing this. Hopefully he won't be depressed. Buffalo all the way this time. Let's see.
All right.
See you guys later, guys.